Hi, so someone recently asked me about my thoughts on punching up and if it's ever harmful. I'm sure everyone has already heard of that phrase, but just in case, it refers to making fun of privileged groups, and obviously, punching down is pretty much the opposite of that. I think most people, at the very least, seem to understand it, that context does matter. For example, if we were to come across someone bullying another person and call one of them an asshole, people would typically view it very differently depending on whether it's directed to the person being bullied versus the person doing the bullying, despite the action being the same in either case. And the same is true for punching up. It's making fun of people who actively participate in the oppression of other groups, or people who are privileged by it but choose to ignore and let it continue. If we were to make fun of the person being bullied, we would then become a bully, whereas if directed towards the bully, we bring attention to it and denounce their actions. So obviously, I'm not against punching up, and I don't see it as necessarily harmful. I know some people dislike it because some take the approach that people who speak against social injustice should always be nice because being too mean can draw people away, but that is not a view I share, as I hold the opinion that it's better to have multiple approaches. And to continue with the bullying analogy, politely asking someone to stop bullying you is most likely not going to work. There are probably some instances where I'm less fond of it, like when it's difficult to see the context, and sometimes it can be a bit more confusing. For example, the term basic bitch, which usually denotes wealthy white women, making fun of basic bitches could either be punching up or punching down, depending on who is doing it. But let's say it's coming from a man who is poor and can't afford Uggs and Starbucks. Would be punching up because of wealth inequality, or punching down due to sexual inequality? Or would it be both? And if it's both, is it still okay? I keep trying to think of examples of when punching up would be harmful, but so far the only things I can think of are when it's overlapping with other things that I do find harmful. So I don't know. Would love to hear what other people think about it. Bye.